We're ready to start? Alright, I'll just count us down. 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh. So, hi, I'm Sten, running Super Mario World. This is 95 exit no cape, which is beating all of the exits in the game that you can beat without a cape.
Yeah, if you've seen Super Mario World speedruns at all, you're probably familiar with 96 exit, which is getting all the exits in all the levels. This is the equivalent of that, but without the cape power-up. If you played the game at all, you know that the cape power-up is really powerful, and so not allowing it changes the game a lot.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference to the vast majority of levels.
Yeah, essentially every level, except for the first couple here, are going to be played differently. So yeah, World 1 is just pretty basic platforming, just run and jump.
Yeah, it's the same in just about every category of this game.
Yeah, you get very used to World 1 when you when you do speedruns of SMW.
Yeah, and there's not too much in the way of optimizations for it.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island 3 is pretty tricky when you first pick it up. That jump at the start on the blue box, the message box, is kind of tricky. And then you can also optimize this level by running on these rotating brown platforms.
They give you a slight boost forwards.
Yeah.
While you run on them.
Yeah, it only saves, I don't know exactly how much, but a few frames for each one.
But it does add up.
Yeah, and it's enough to get you a higher number on the game time, so you have to go for it.
And it's not a difficult thing to do. You just sort of route the level around that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try a dumb trick in this next level that I'll probably miss. It's a trick that saves about 0.2, 0.3 seconds.
Yeah. Again, though, it gets you a higher game time, so
yeah,
it's fine. So he's going to try and use this shell.
Nah, threw it a little bit early.
Yeah, if you do that right, you can kick the shell under your own feet and jump off it and avoid landing in the water there. Landing in the water is not so bad though, because for some reason you retain your speed when you are in water in this game, so you get it back really quickly when you land back on the platform.
Okay, remind me not to get the midway.
Yeah, don't get the midway.
Thanks.
And the reason he's still small, and is going to remain small for a bit, is because of that jump right there, and then this next jump as well. Those are both much easier when you're small. You can pull them off big, but it doesn't save any time to be big here, and it's just free, like, extra safety, I guess.
The second one is actually faster when you're small, because you can get further.
Oh yeah, you can like re-hold jump, and yeah. So there's a mushroom in that block, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah. In some categories, I'd be getting the midway here and then fire from that block, but I'm just skipping it. I'd prefer to stay small.
And then that's the first boss. The bosses in this game are
really easy.
Yeah, not very challenging. That strat's pretty cool though, bouncing on him. It's better than the fire kill. So that's World 1. That was identical to any other category, but from here is where it starts to diverge. You start to see a lot more of the platforming that you wouldn't see in a run that did use cape.
Yeah, in most categories we'd be getting a cape in Donut Plains 1, the next level.
Yeah, this first enemy here has a cape. Not gonna get it. And then I believe it's secret exit first, and so
yep,
he's going to be grabbing a Yoshi a bit further up. You're going to see a lot of Yoshi in this category. This one is not going to last very long. We'll just use it to boost ourselves up to the secret exit. Just like that.
Bye, Yoshi.
Yeah, you can use that in a few places. If you jump with Yoshi and then like dismount Yoshi, you get a whole bunch of extra height.
Yeah, good old double Jumposaurus Rex.
Yeah. But we'll see a lot more Yoshi later for things other than just ditching him.
So if you've seen a caped speedrun of this game, you'd see the runner go into this pipe here and grab a shell But you can't grab that shell quickly without the cape, so we just swim through. It's not faster to just take the pipe.
Yeah, this is one of the levels that's probably less interesting without cape. It's interesting that, like, not cape versus no cape. Some levels become more difficult, more challenging, and some become kind of less interesting. It's just it's not that one run is better than the other. It's just they're very different.
Yeah, so I'm getting the normal exit out of the way here, just so I don't have to get it when I come back to World 2. And now I get the secret exit.
Yeah.
So the route I'll be taking here takes me basically it gets me to Special World as quickly as possible.
Yeah, there's a couple of reasons for that, which I guess we can explain a bit later once Special World's beaten. But
yeah.
It's fastest on the overworld, and it's also convenient in some other respects. And then that level, after he got the normal exit in this level, he went up towards Ghost House and then came back down again. The secret exit in that Ghost House is the 96th exit that we don't get in this category, because you can't get it without a cape. Without glitches, which are not allowed in this category.
That's not to say there aren't glitches allowed in this category, it's just a couple of specific
ones.
ones.
Yeah, this is not a glitchless run. It's just certain things are not allowed in 96 or 95.
Definitely not a glitchless run.
Yeah. That stair clip it's fairly tight, but when you're small, it's not unreasonable. And then jump through the boo rings.
That was a little bit slow. Just want to hit that, and then back over here for the normal exit. Let me... okay, boo, if you could get out of my way, that would be much appreciated. I'm running out of time. Okay. That was not ideal.
You're going to have some good boo ring cycles.
I have no idea where that boo ring's going to be now.
Yeah, so the boo rings, the rings of boos that kind of rotate, they spawn in a consistent position and move in the same way every time. And they retain that position when you when you deload them. And the next time you bring them on screen, they'll be in that same position. And so if you do the same thing every time, they'll always be in the same place every time. And you can set up like jumping through them, like you saw Steven do a bit before. But if you make mistakes like that, they're going to be in different positions, and it makes it a lot harder to do them quickly.
Yeah, so I'll probably just have to, depending on where this boo ring ends up, I may have to go a little bit safe through here.
Mm.
I'm glad I did manage to enter the door because the P-switch was about to run out.
That would have been pretty good.
Oh, that's actually like approximately where I expect it to be, so that's good. I can work with this.
Nice.
Good. So I'm going to go for a luck-based jump here. If not, I can just climb that vine. Yeah, so there's a 2 in 5 chance that you'll just miss that jump.
Yeah, the physics in this game are a little bit odd. When you're moving at full speed, your speed oscillates between 5 different values. And when you jump, depending on which value you're at when you jump, you'll get different like heights and distances. So some jumps are just luck-based. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, there's a few of them. They're definitely more common in the no-cape categories.
But then in Cape, you have to deal with flight speeds, which is essentially the same mechanic.
Yeah. And now we are moving on to the Star World.
Yeah, that was Big Boo. Big Boo's also... He's not really a boss, but he's...
I mean, he has the boss music.
Yeah, he's as easy as the rest of the bosses.
Easier. You can... Yeah. You can do a literally perfect fight on him with very little, no difficulty whatsoever.
There's not really much special we can do in Star World 1. You just have to try and jump in the right spot so that you get to skip as many blocks as possible. But
and not get hit, because if you get hit without the cape, there's... Oh, I'm a little far over... Yep, okay.
Nice, okay.
Say if I got hit there, there'd just be no way for me to get down.
Yeah, because you can't stomp on these blocks when you're small, so...
Yeah.
Kind of ruins your day.
So I'll be getting all of the exits on this pass through Star World except for Star World 2 normal exit, which I'll be getting a bit later in the run, which is partially so I can get Blue Yoshi later and partially because I'm heading through Star World anyway. Although I'm not sure. I guess the routing was done to get Blue Yoshi at that point, so...
Yeah, Blue Yoshi is very strong.
Yeah, we're going to be leaning on him a lot in this category.
So here's our baby Blue Yoshi. You swim faster when you're holding an object, and so you carry Blue... Like, you could feed baby Yoshi all these fish here and get normal Yoshi, like, straight away, but then you wouldn't be holding an item and so you'd swim much slower. So instead, we feed him our mushroom at the very end of the level here.
Yeah, if you feed Yoshi a power-up, he instantly grows.
Yeah.
Okay, time for the hardest exit in the game. Is everyone ready?
Goalpost T-spawn.
Not even possible in
know,
this category. Okay, we did it.
And you got some bonus stars as well.
Yeah, I probably should avoid those. If you get 100 bonus stars, it gives you a bonus game, and the bonus game is slow. Okay, so now here's an actual annoying exit, because Lakitu can be mean. Okay, that was good. So if Lakitu decides to throw a Spiny when he's about to be hit by the block, he becomes invulnerable. And the level can get quite annoying. But that went well.
Yeah.
So here's the main appeal of Blue Yoshi. If you stick any shell in his mouth, he gets wings.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not 95 exit no flight. You can still fly with Yoshi. And so you can do things like this. So the way Star World works, there's 5 levels. Each of them have 2 exits, which is not unusual, but you only unlock the next level in the sequence if you get the secret exit.
Yeah, the normal exit just takes you back towards the previous Star World.
Yeah, with the exception of Star World 5, which
yeah,
the secret exit takes you to Special World. So you got the normal exit there, and it just took him back to Star World 3, or back to the Star Warp, rather.
It wouldn't be Super Mario World if you couldn't fly over at least some levels.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons we get special out of the way early is because it's just fast.
Yeah.
But another is it's just incredibly difficult.
Yeah, Special World is really hard, and also once you've beat Special World, some of the like sprites and animations in the rest of the game change,
Including the colors of some Koopas.
Yeah.
So all of the red Koopas, but not the red Power Koopas, become blue after Special is beaten, which is nice because you can fly with a blue shell in any Yoshi's mouth.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about having blue Yoshi. If you can get a blue shell, you can just use any Yoshi.
Okay, so we're moving on to Special World, and this is where we'll be seeing a few glitches. The first couple of levels of this are really interesting.
Yeah, this is a tough section of the run. Star World is pretty easy, but Special gets real tough real fast.
Yeah.
So this is wings. Steven's going to try to duplicate blocks here by throwing a shell up. I think it's a 1-frame window with no cape.
Without a cape, yeah.
Yeah, so you throw a shell up next to a block on the correct frame, and you duplicate it upwards. If you duplicate blocks on top of a dragon coin, on top of the bottom half of a dragon coin, then collect the dragon coin, you spawn an invisible block, and so we hit that invisible block with the shell, and it spawned wings, which just instantly end the level. He's going to do that again in this level with a slightly different setup. He's going to stick the P-switch in the corner here, and get lots of wings. I'm not even sure how that one works.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to explain. So then this next stage, which is way cool, is just a tough platforming one.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, good.
Very nice. That is not easy. And then a set of wings that are supposed to be there. There's a few of those in the game.
Yeah, there's 3 sets.
It's just like a way of ending a level early if you have Yoshi. Awesome's not too bad. It's
this is
one of the easier levels in Special World.
Quite a simple one, no cape.
You don't even need the fire, do you?
No reason to get fire, really. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, you just route your like flying pattern to avoid all the blocks and pipes and stuff, and then it's easy.
Yeah, that yellow pipe in the middle is a bit tricky to avoid, but
We have a $100 donation that says, "Hey, Shy Guy here, wishing the best of luck to the runner, Steven. You're an amazing guy and amazing friend, Sten. Love heart. Put this towards the character Luigi for the Mario Kart 8 run."
thanks, Shy.
Thank you, Shy.
Yeah, so this is just another...
Yeah, you get a nice little break in the middle of Special World here. It's all hard except for these 2 levels in the middle.
I already made a mistake.
Oh, no.
That's
a problem.
Please don't... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, this is less than ideal, but hopefully the shell lasts to the end of the level.
Yeah,
I'm not confident in this.
You need to be careful with flying on Yoshi because the shells only last a certain amount of time before Yoshi swallows them.
Yeah, that's why I stopped there and spat it out, because Yoshi was about to eat it. Okay, that was a little bit hairy.
Yeah.
Just to point that out, donation does in fact put King Boo in, out of the lead and Luigi in the lead for the character donation. So if you're unaware of how this works, for the Mario Kart 8 run, the last run of the marathon, you can actually dictate who the runner is going to drive as. So the options are Luigi, Iggy, Rosalina, King Boo, Link, Metal Mario, and Pink Gold Peach. So when you donate, just say, I want to put this towards Luigi or Rosalina, and we'll update that accordingly. And then when she starts her run, she will pick the character based on whoever had the most money towards it. So Luigi's in the lead with $175.60. King Boo is second with 100. And then else.
Good to be having some trouble with Asterisk's mic.
Okay, so that was Mondo. That is one of the worst levels in the game.
Yeah, there's not too much like to explain there. It's just really annoying with the water.
And it's just a horribly laggy stage.
Yeah.
I screwed up a bit as well, which made things worse.
Yeah, if you're fast enough through the first part, you can get P-speed for the flying section, but not a huge problem.
This here is one of the hardest levels in the game, both casually and no cape for speedrunning. With a cape, you just fly over it.
Yeah, some very precise jumps here on lots of one-tile jumps.
And here we say bye to our good friend Yoshi. And here we say bye to our good friend Mushroom.
Yeah, intentional damage boost there.
Oh,
that was weird.
Oh, barely even got hit. Okay, I am going back for Yoshi. I want to do that right.
Yeah.
Also, I'm scared to try to do the level small.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. I'm just going to grab a power-up from Roulette Block, I think.
Yeah, thankfully there's plenty of stuff to get in Groovy here.
I think technically it may be faster to get a power-up in Mondo, but no. I'm not going back there.
Gotta be careful with that power-up grab. If you leave it too long, it turns into a cape.
Yeah, that's why I jumped for it. What? I'm bullet.
Oh, did you grab the...
I ate the bullet.
Nice.
Okay, so now is when things get terrifying.
Yeah, this gets very hairy.
Thank you for that bullet. That worked out. As long as I don't need the spring, I'm back on track. All right.
Easy.
These fireballs are probably going to cause a little extra lag. Okay, now if I don't accidentally duck this time, that should do it.
Nice.
That's a hard stage.
Yeah. Definitely
came
one of the
so-
toughest in the game.
I came so close on the first try as well.
Yeah, I was wondering if that duck jump was intentional.
No.
No.
This controller just has an annoying habit of pressing down when I don't want it to. Need to fix that. But this is another fairly tough stage, and it's just... It's not... There's nothing extremely hard about it, it's just long, and you're small Mario, there's a lot of places you can make mistakes.
Picking up that throw block as you jump off it is so swag.
Under him. And I need to throw this pretty quickly, otherwise that guy throws a baseball and kills me. You are super player.
Yes,
And that's
you
Special
are.
World.
Very nice.
So now it's a bit a bit less stressful for the next few minutes of the run.
Calms down for a little bit.
But then ramps back up again once we get back to Vanilla Dome.
Yeah, so for the next few minutes he's just going to be clearing out the exits in Yoshi's Island and Donut Plains that he didn't get on the first time through. I guess in theory you could get YI1 first in this category. Like you could go this direction at the start. But
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
That's interesting. Alright. Okay, back on track. Onto him. Yeah, I guess there's no... Yeah, without a cape,
Yeah.
there's no real difference either way.
So we're going to head up Kappa Mountain and to the Yellow Switch Palace.
Yeah, this is... If you look in the manual, this is called Kappa Mountain.
Yeah.
And this is the first Switch Palace of the game. Basically, at the end of each of them, you hit a switch, and you get blocks of that switch color.
Can you
Various
get it?
levels.
Yes,
Yomp.
you can. Nice. That's a one-frame jump to jump off those switches.
Yeah, the game runs at 60 frames a second as well, so...
Yeah, yeah. If we say something's one frame, that means it's a 1/60th of a second window, which is very, very tight.
But yeah, the
It doesn't save time or
all
anything.
its time, it's purely for swag.
Yeah. So yeah, hitting that yellow switch activated yellow switch blocks throughout the game.
Yeah, there'll be a few of them in this stage, at least. Yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're coming back and getting the normal exit. This is gonna look a lot like what I did for the secret exit, because I'll
Yeah.
also be grabbing Yoshi.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The only difference is I'll be keeping him this time.
Yeah, so these levels with multiple exits, sometimes they end up being basically the same and just the very end is different, but then other times you have
Yeah, there's
lots
some yellow
of,
blocks.
huge difference between the normal and secret exit. And yeah, those were yellow switch blocks.
So now we're moving on to Donut Plains 2, which is an auto-scroller. Second auto-scroller of the run, behind Iggy's Castle.
Yeah, this one's not so bad though. It's at least to play. There's lots of stuff to mess around with in this level. There's like Buzzy Beetles and blocks and stuff, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's a bit... Can't mess around in it as much as I'd like without a cave. Because
Yeah,
I've got
that's
Yoshi
true.
with me and I need to make sure I don't leave him behind.
Yeah, I get you. Nice. Yeah, so if you just repeatedly dismount Yoshi against a ceiling, you can kind of float in the air if you can mash fast enough.
And that one's nice in that because it's moving down, you don't have to mash quite as fast. I'm not good at mashing.
And then there's a pipe about halfway through this auto-scroller which takes you out of the auto-scroller early.
Yeah,
It's this pipe up here above.
it takes you to the
Steven
secret
is.
exit, but thankfully you can also get to the normal exit through this room. So there's very few speedrun categories where you actually have to play this entire auto-scroller.
Yeah, there's one category.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
That's...
Can you still get
okay,
that?
it's back. If I...
Oh,
You know, I'm just going to respawn it. That was... I was a little hasty spitting out the shell there.
yeah. You've got to be careful, because if you do that wrong, you end up getting hit by the shell. It just bounces off the wall into you. Yeah, so there is a category on the board, it's called Lunar Dragon, where you collect dragon coins and moons and stuff, and in that you have to go all the way to the end of the Donut Plains 2 auto-scroller. But I can't think of anything else where you do.
Ah, missed the ump.
1 out of 2.
So, one thing worth mentioning is I'm playing on the Japanese version of this game. Yeah, go for it.
Can explain that after.
I'll explain in a bit.
Hey, so we got a $10 donation that says, enjoying this marathon. Here, have some money for Link in Mario Kart 8. And then we got a $10 donation from our very own JRP, and it says, Sten, this run is terrible. I saw that 2-frame mistake, and it's not acceptable to continue. Good luck, Stem, with an M. And then he wants me to sing Somebody Once Told Me, but I'm not going to.
Thank you. Thanks, JRP. Okay, let's not mess around there and get crushed.
So yeah, you were saying about the Japanese version.
Yeah, so Japanese version of this game, I'm playing on that because the save boxes are ever so slightly smaller, which means they take less time to expand and contract. It saves about 0.2 seconds every save box. And then the Switch Palaces, on the US version of the game... Okay, if you could come back... Thank you. On the US version of the game, it just pauses for 3 seconds after each Switch Palace.
Yeah, it's
for
so
no
strange.
apparent reason.
There's not like more text or anything, it's just there's an extra pause on the English version.
Yeah, so it saves 3 seconds for each Switch Palace, which in this category adds up to about 20 seconds.
Yeah. There's a couple of other small differences on Japanese, like there's like a cape in Vanilla Dome 1 that doesn't exist on Japanese, and the text at the end of Funky says you are a super player on English, but on Japanese it's just you are super player.
Yeah, but really, in a no cape category, there's absolutely no reason to play on anything other than Japanese. Okay, I didn't get P-speed there, so I'm going to have to run here, jump, so the screen actually scrolls up and I can find the door.
Not even going for the blind door.
Well, the blind door's scary because you got Boos chasing after you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a fast...
Yeah, trying to get speed at the start here on these grey platforms.
There we go.
Easy.
It's pretty simple to do once you've learned it, but it's not difficult to mess up.
Yeah, for sure.
And this blue shell should last me to the end of the stage. Just need to tap B every now and again.
Yeah. Funnily enough, flying on Yoshi, the controls are different between cape and no cape. If you have cape, you can just hold A, or hold B rather, and you'll keep flying. But when you don't have cape, you have to keep tapping it. And you have to mash to gain height.
It's more a rhythmic tapping than mashing.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so here Goomba, blue shell.
We're going to see some Slurpees.
Yep. So the Slurpee is basically when I spit the shell out mid-flight and re-grab it. I didn't quite do it there. But you can spit the shell out mid-flight and re-grab it in order to refresh the timer so that Yoshi doesn't eat it. That didn't lose much time.
No.
Managed to get speed back. And I grabbed fire here because it will save time on Morton, who is the next boss.
Yep, there's 3 bosses that you really want to have fire for. Just allow you to kill them much quicker. Little hesitation at the start so he could get under the thwim.
Good.
Yeah, that room's deceptively difficult.
Yeah. Getting over those thwomps without getting hit can be quite tricky.
And then this is, it's not really an auto-scroller, but you have to wait on these cycles.
After the first couple of cycles though, like after here is where I actually have to go fairly quickly if I want to do the level fast, and I already screwed it up. Hopefully I can still get the... No, I can't. Okay,
Yeah.
we're skipping the spring.
So the idea there is you grab the spring and then jump on the dry bones, so you can bring the spring up with you and use it to save some time at the end of the room. But didn't quite make that, so he's going to have to wait on this platform coming out of the wall. Not a big deal. And then the bosses, they die to 3 stomps, or is it 12 fireballs?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
No, I think 10?
Some large number of fireballs.
12.
But if you hit them with 2 fireballs and then stomp, they die straight away. It's the quickest way to kill these bosses.
Yeah, there's some sort of a sports metaphor for that, but I don't remember it.
So that section between the end of Special World and that castle wasn't super challenging, I guess. Lots of auto-scrollers and Yoshi flying, but...
We're headed into Vanilla Dome, which is where things can get fairly tricky.
Yeah, there's gonna be another set of wings here, I think?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, it's secret exit first.
Yeah, get the secret exit first here, and then head to Vanilla Secret 1.
Right,
And get the secret... Oh,
that was interesting.
I also forgot that I needed to re-grab that blue shell for a sec. Yeah, so I'm getting the secret exit here in order to unlock this Star World, so I can come back through Star World later to Vanilla Dome. What?
What?
I...
Oh my god, what even happened?
I must have spat the shell. I must have released Y and then re-grabbed very... Okay, so... Minor routing change.
Yeah, that should be fine, right?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do here... I'm messing up the route a bit, but... I should have grabbed that shell, little shell jump here.
Yeah, so in case it wasn't obvious, he didn't want to lose that Yoshi.
Yeah,
but I'm sure we'll work out a reroute.
I've run into a similar situation before. Basically, there's a Yoshi in the next stage that I can grab, which will lose a bit of overworld time, but it definitely saves time over not doing wings in Vanilla Dome 1.
I get you.
And thankfully, I know how to do this stage with Yoshi. It's fairly straightforward.
Yeah. So in a normal run, you wouldn't go this way yet. But Steven just needs to get a Yoshi to do some stuff with Vanilla Dome, and this is the quickest way you could get one. It's kind of important to know these like backup routes and backup strats, just in case you make mistakes. Because otherwise you end up wasting a lot of time backtracking for power-ups and stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot faster. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the best thing I could do in this situation. It's certainly faster than backtracking to Donut Plains 4 to get a Yoshi there.
Yeah, so he's going to head back into Vanilla Dome now. We'll clear out the rest of the top bridge later.
Okay, so I'll be spawning another set of glitched wings.
Yeah, this is going to work similarly to the ones in Gnarly, but so he's going to dupe one block upwards first, on top of the dragon coin, which will give him the an invisible key block. And key blocks and wings blocks are essentially the same object inside the game. It's just dependent on their position on the screen. And so if you duplicate this invisible key block to the side, you get a wings block. Nice.
That was a bit slow, but
Wings is not easy with no cape though.
I should have not kept Yoshi. I do not need Yoshi.
That's alright, I can just ditch him in.
Yeah. And I'll actually be taking intentional damage in this stage as well. Just because it's better if I'm small from here on out.
Right, yeah.
Although I missed my intentional damage, so I'll have to take intentional damage elsewhere. Probably, I'll do it towards the, oh, alright.
So you want to spend as much time holding an item in water as you can, but it's very easy to just accidentally drop items or lose them to enemies.
So I'll just run through that fish.
That works.
Okay, time for fast red switch.
Oh yeah. This is a cool strat. Nice.
Ah. One more chance.
1 out of 3. And the first part of this level was going to be the same as the last time we were here, but...
Except maybe I'll do it right.
Yeah, maybe.
Or not. Never mind. False alarm.
But there's some cool platforming in the second half of the stage.
Okay, apparently the Buzzies don't want to come with me. So I need to be careful because Buzzy Beetles, after Special World is beaten, won't shake before they wake up. So I just have no idea when he's going to wake up, and if he wakes up in my hands, I just die.
Yeah, it's pretty mean the way they do that. Nice.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so one advantage of being small is that you can run through those one-tile gaps.
So coming up next is Vanilla Ghost House. Hopefully this boo ring will be in a good spot.
Oh yeah, so this...
Yep, I can work with that.
Nice. The that's the same boo ring from the Ghost House in Donut Plains. All the boo rings in all the levels are the same object.
Yeah,
so it maintains its position from before.
So getting the mushroom there isn't the fastest strat, but it's just so much safer.
Yeah. These green balls have weird hitboxes. You can jump on the side of them like that.
Okay, I didn't lock myself out of the door. Good. The next stage, Vanilla Dome 3, is a pretty tricky one.
You doing the buzzy jump?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
This is another situation where the Buzzy timer really... It would be nice if I knew when he was going to wake up.
Yeah. So we grab this Buzzy Beetle, and you want to keep him for quite a while, which is easier said than done.
So because of the way I kicked the Buzzy up, he didn't kill me there, and I could hold on to him and refresh his timer. Oh, I kicked it. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Never mind.
So there's a strat you can do. There's above where I am now, there's a pipe to a bonus game that you can just enter and exit to get through the level quicker.
Let's get some extra coins. This is now a high score run. Nice. That's a really cool strat there to set the blue shell up in the right spot to pick it up with Yoshi.
Yeah, so this is part of the reason we do this after Special World. Before Special's beaten, that's a red shell, so I can't just fly with it like this. Which makes this end section a lot, not only easier, but much, much faster. Otherwise I'd have to ride the skull raft for a while. And the next level is a nice little break from the tougher stuff. It's a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah, the bullet bill shot at the very start of the level, I think, can get in your way sometimes. I don't know how
Not
good it is
with
in this
that strat.
category. No, okay.
Bit more annoying in 96.
Yeah,
Especially if
sure.
you're trying to do the super fast strats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the next level, Castle 3, is the first level featuring Magic Cooper, who is just a random nightmare.
Yeah, you see him twice in the game. This one's not so bad, but the second time we meet Magic Cooper, it's a lot more annoying.
Oh,
Oh,
that's fine, just don't get hit. Okay, and there's a midway here, get big again. So I'm going to be going for a cycle skip in this next room. You have to... This is one of those ones where you've got stuff moving up and down. You have to wait for cycles. There is one that I can skip, which is definitely not trivial without
Yeah.
cape. Ooh,
you need to do a pretty convoluted setup to get P-speed to make a jump to skip a cycle.
probably should have got that mushroom actually.
Oh, I think you had speed. I thought
I
you
had
get
speed,
it.
I just didn't jump,
get
and
the
I'm not
jump, yeah.
sure I would have been early enough anyway.
Mm.
Okay, I think I'm just going to take it safe this time and get the mushroom.
Yeah, so if he managed to make that jump there, he'd have got over to the other side and skipped a cycle. But I guess we'll see the normal strat now.
Yeah, should have taken it a bit safer, just not got hit here. Done something like that.
So when I talk about getting speed or P-speed, that's basically the max running speed where Mario like holds his arms behind him.
Yeah.
You build up speed as you run, and then once you have enough, I guess, once you've been running in a straight line for long enough, you get P-speed.
If anyone here is familiar with Super Mario Bros. 3, you have the sort of meter at the bottom of the screen, the P meter that builds up. But this game has the same mechanic, it's just internalized, there's no visual indicator.
Yeah, and it works a bit differently as well.
It's much more intuitive.
Yeah, the SMB3 P-speed is very strange in how it works.
So the place Lemmy spawns is random.
That was some bad spawns.
Yeah, those were not good spawns.
You can deal with any of them though. Like, some of them are a little bit tricky to get around the bouncing fireball.
Yeah. So coming up next is Cheesebridge area, which is...
Pressure's on.
Yeah, it's not incredibly difficult, but one mistake and you die. And I have to do it twice. So hopefully this goes alright.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a very strange thing in Cheesebridge area. You have these saws that go around on tracks, but if you're on Yoshi, they don't damage you, so you can just bounce on them. And Stephen will be doing that to get around.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So he was trying to spawn another saw going in the opposite direction, but
Okay,
he didn't
this...
get it. I guess
I can work with this.
Try
I
again.
can try again. Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
So I basically just need to ride this all the way through.
Yeah.
Which is certainly easier said than done.
Yeah.
And this first time through matters the most, because the second time I can start to select out if I make a mistake. Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, if I died there, I would have had to have walked back somewhat to another level, got another Yoshi, and there's no good Yoshi nearby.
Yeah, it's like a long overworld trip to get a new Yoshi to retry it.
I'm fairly sure this blue shell should last me to the end of the stage, but just in case.
Now you're just showing off.
A little bit. Oh. That's where the end of the level is.
Yeah, so I mentioned that earlier, but that's a little trick to refresh the shell's timer so Yoshi doesn't swallow it. So we've gone up to Castle 4 here, we're not going to go in there yet. We'll get that when we do the top bridge in a little while.
Okay, I just need to remember that if I screw up, I need to just pause and exit out of the level.
You got the spawn again though, so that's good.
Better not get that
I
cape.
didn't know that had a cape in it.
Yeah, it's not one you see too often because there's one right at the start of the stage as well.
Yeah.
I feel like Nintendo really wanted you to have a cape for this. Okay, so now I'll be going past those wings.
Oh yeah, so you might be wondering if you know this level, you might be wondering how he gets the secret exit. Because it's behind the normal exit. And the answer is just
Bye,
like
Yoshi.
that. Yeah. Bye, Yoshi. So he didn't actually have to get that normal exit, like he didn't need to go through the goalpost because of the wings. Yoshi wings give you the normal exit in the level.
Okay, I need to get fire here. That's just a reminder to myself because I have a habit of forgetting this. And it really messes things up because if I don't have fire, if I don't get fire here, then I don't have a mushroom in reserve in the next stage. I need that to feed Yoshi.
So Soda Lake is a long underwater level and there's nothing to grab in it, so you can't get the faster swimming speed. So it really just comes down to avoiding these torpedo turrets.
And the various fish.
Yeah.
Fun fact, these green fish are called blurbs. Not sure why.
Nice. You can just swim under this whole level. Like there's a couple of tiles of space underneath all the blocks off screen. It's a little bit slower to swim under the level, and it's easy to just bonk on the blocks. Lose some time that way.
So I did a quick left-right there in order to manipulate those last few torpedo tads, but just didn't quite didn't quite do it enough.
Yeah, if you do a little, if you like pause or do a little left-right, the torpedoes all shoot to the left instead of to the right.
Yeah, unfortunately only the middle one decided to cooperate.
Yeah, that was very strange. So going back into Star World just to get the one exit that we skipped the first time, which is the normal exit here.
I'll also be getting a blue Yoshi here, which I want to keep all the way through to Forest Secret area.
Yeah, this is really important to not lose this Yoshi.
Yeah, not having a blue Yoshi here is a big deal. Okay, so I'll be going up to the top half of or the top half of the twin bridges.
Yep.
Top bridge. And well, I've already done a couple of exits there that I wouldn't normally have.
Yeah.
So we'll just be heading straight on to dolphins.
Fun fact, you can eat these dolphins on the Japanese version. He's not going to, I don't think, but
Oh, we'll see.
just trust me, you can.
Nope.
Nice. Yeah, so if you try and do that on English, it won't eat. I'm sure there's a story behind that, but...
I guess Nintendo of America thought, no, dolphins aren't for eating.
Yeah, dolphins are not food.
And this is the first of the fortresses. There are 4 fortresses in the game, each guarded by a Reznor, or in the Japanese version of the game, Buibui.
Yeah. Weewee's a much better name.
Agreed. So this one, unfortunately, is just a long water level with, again, no items that you can carry.
Yeah, you got a bunch of water levels near each other in this route. And swimming precisely is not too hard. If you hold down on the D-pad, Mario doesn't gain much height while he's swimming, so you can just kind of tab B to fine-tune your height, swim between all the fish and stuff.
Yeah, I've also run Super Mario Bros. 1, and the swimming physics in that are...
What?
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I won't have fire for Ludwig, that's nice.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
There's nowhere I can get it back.
Yeah, so he really wanted to keep fire for the next boss. It's in a couple of levels' time. It's a really big deal in that one, actually. You lose about 14 seconds if you don't have fire, but can't be helped now.
Yeah, it'd take longer than 14 seconds to go back and get another one.
Yeah.
So, Battle Bridge 1, it's like a 2-minute auto-scroller, so if we have time for any donations...
Yeah, if you've got donations, feel free right now.
Yeah, go for it. Fortunately, in 95, we have Blue Yoshi, so we at least get to have a little bit of fun in this stage.
I looked away from the screen for a second, and you were like under all the platforms, and I was so confused. I didn't notice the other wings.
I do have to make sure I pay attention to like Yoshi's swallow timer, because I was doing a run of this a few weeks ago, and I kind of forgot about that, and then Yoshi just swallowed the shell and I fell off the stage. Lost about a minute. Which is a bit less than ideal.
We don't have any donations, but while we're waiting around with this fantastic auto-scroll of top speediness, we're ASM at PAX 2017. We're Australian speedrunners, or people that go fast in video games. We're raising money for Child's Play, which is the PAX charity of choice. If you would like to donate towards the cause, you may do so on site with the box to my right or to your left under the monitor. And you can also do it online on our channel at Oz Speedrun Marathon on Twitch. All proceeds can also go towards incentives, which alter the content you will be receiving. So the incentives up at the moment are for the Mario Kart 8 run at the end of the marathon. You can choose the tracks she will play, as well as the characters she will use, and you can look at the whiteboard for information on who's winning and what's available to you. We thank you for your attendance here.
Alright. There's one more auto-scroller in the run, but that's not for a little bit. Nice. I forgot that was a thing. Such a good strat. How does that even work?
Basically, interaction with shells does not work properly if you're off screen.
Alright.
So up next is Ludwig's Castle, which unfortunately I don't have fire for.
The first room here is pretty tricky though.
It's not too bad. So my movement might look a bit weird there, but it's all designed to just make sure I line up properly for the bony beetles, because you can't spin jump on them, they will just damage you.
Yeah, they're one of the few things that you can't spin jump on. When they have their spines out, they'll damage you even if you're spin jumping. And then these cages are pretty tough to optimize as well.
Yeah, they're not difficult to do, but they're tricky to do fast.
And then this boss, he has this long animation in between every time you hit him. And so if he had fire, he could skip all this and be done with the fight already.
Hopefully I can get the cycle scared. Yeah, if
nice.
you hit him in the air, it skips a cycle of him rolling around, which saves... I don't even know how much time. Normally I don't have to go for it.
Yeah, another cycle. This is the best castle cutscene.
Oh, I would have thought second best.
Yeah, which one's better?
Roy's.
I can't remember what happens in Roy's.
We'll see it in like
Yeah.
10,
I'll
15 minutes.
remember to look out for it.
Don't remember how long this segment is.
Alright, so there's a whole bunch of different ways of going through the forest. You can, because the parts are so kind of winding and it's like a maze, there's different potential routes. I think what Steven's going to do is basically just head for forest secret area in the fortress.
Yeah.
Just make a beeline there. We mentioned earlier that he really needs this blue Yoshi for forest secret area, so gonna head there.
I'll also be trying to grab a few fire flowers throughout this world. Ideally, I want to make it to the castle at the end of the world with 2 flowers.
Yeah.
And it's fairly easy to lose them, but there's luckily several options for where to get them.
I didn't know you could jump on that big boo like that. That's really cool. I was trying to bait them out.
Yeah, you have to do a tap regrab jump.
Right.
So there's a fire flower in this block, which hopefully these... That's fine. Yeah, so it takes a little while before the fire flower is actually grabbable. I just slid over it before then.
Is the boo cloud random or is
Random and very rude.
it? Right, yeah. Yeah, so you can just get randomly owned by the boos that fly down at you.
Yeah, it was surprisingly tame there, actually.
So there's 2 exits in this level, and the other one is just further along that last corridor. So the second time he goes through here, it'll be essentially the same.
So up next is Forest of Illusion 4. Pretty straightforward stage. I hope I remember how to grab... Yeah, okay, I remember. Do this. Yeah, go for it.
You guys having fun with this Super Mario World run? Let's get some excitement for Sten. Let's go, guys. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Good luck, Sten.
Okay, this next stage is the reason I kept the blue Yoshi. If I screw this up,
Moment
it
of
loses
truth,
so much time.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, we got it. That shell grab is deceptively tricky, but if you miss it, you have to ride that platform all the way through the level, and it is incredibly slow.
This level is so slow.
It takes a good couple of minutes, whereas I did it in like 10 seconds there.
Yeah.
And coming up next is the last auto-scroller of the run.
Yeah, Forest Fort's interesting. You have this auto-scroller room, which is really easy, followed by, in my opinion, one of the coolest rooms in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one, and it's quite cool.
Yeah. You can't even, like, wedge yourself in the crushes.
Yeah.
It's like the only fun thing about this room.
Yeah, when you're flying through this with Cape, you can just stay on the left, and you'll sort of just slide through the big crusher things. I've heard them referred to as Pop-Tarts before.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
This is Australia, we can't.
Yeah, I know. And I can't even just, like, hold right all the way through because there's some switch blocks missing.
So this room's really, really good.
So I do a delay there at the start to manipulate the camera in order to line up with those fireballs, right?
The jump onto the red triangle there it's basically blind. You can't see where it is until it's essentially too late.
You have to do a very small tap, or you have to adjust your... I did a quick left-right there because my tap wasn't quite short enough, so I did a quick left-right to adjust to make sure I landed before it. There's a very small space where you can land.
If you jump too far, you just hit the wall, and if you don't jump far enough, I guess you bounce off
you bounce on the
blade.
saw.
Yeah.
Which is... That's the better of the
Yeah,
options.
it's not the end of the world. But
You just have to be careful that you have to be careful and able to react to that. Okay, so another fairly easy exit. This one's was just a regular Blue Yoshi flight.
And I guess next is FY2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to see our first Yoshi clip in the next stage. Yoshi clips are they're good because they're fast, but they're also really finicky and kind of luck based.
Yeah. Basically, even if I set the trick up perfectly, there's just a 1 in 4 chance I will get kicked out, which is lovely.
Yeah, there's
Just what you want in a speed game.
There's a mechanic called subpixels where there's just a value, or a set of values, I guess, that change kind of unpredictably as you move, but kind of predictably. I don't know all the details of it.
Okay,
Nice,
first try. And bye, Yoshi. So, again, it's faster to swim through water with an item, so we can sort of just swim a little bit in bounds here and grab that.
Nice. Yeah, if you accidentally go back in bounds there trying to grab that,
It's
that's
horrible.
Really, really bad.
And I'll be getting normal exit here first, just for overworld reasons.
The key is completely free to grab for some reason, but the throw block is a lot tighter.
The key, it doesn't matter if you go back in bounds either.
Yeah,
It's like really doesn't.
It's
save or
easy
lose
and
time.
it's safe, so...
We have a $25 donation that says, chuck this on Rosalina, who is far superior to King Boo and Luigi. I agree.
Okay, can I do it? Oh. You can do a wall jump on that pipe if you jump at it in the right way. It saves a little bit of time.
Yeah. And then there's a cool little jump at the end as well where you turn back and jump off a Goomba. We'll see if he gets it. Oh, maybe.
I was a bit scared of those. Basically, the bubbles, the position of the bubbles is dependent on how fast you play the level. Oh, I didn't want to go in there. No, we're leaving.
So that's where the secret exit is.
That's
He's
where
not
the
actually
secret
going to
exit
get
is.
it yet,
We'll be visiting that later.
Yeah, so the secret exit would take you out to the castle, but we've got some more exits to get in the forest yet.
Yeah, we have some unfinished business.
Yes. So I mentioned earlier, the other exit in this ghost house is the same as the first time we were here. It's just you run a bit further at the end.
Yeah. The door is actually right behind that big boo there.
Yeah, it's just above you where you start.
Was that it?
It was a duck jump, I think.
With P-speed.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Accidental frame perfect trick. Cool.
Yeah, I think if you duck on the same frame that you jump, you get to keep your speed when you duck. It's even better with Cape because you like fly up in the air while you're ducking.
Okay, don't be too mean, boos.
Nice.
Those were surprisingly cooperative today.
That was good blue flags. Also worth pointing out, when he enters those little yellow doors, as he's running past them, that's not free.
No, definitely not.
It's if you're running at full speed, it's 3 frames to press up.
Yeah, so 1/20th of a second.
Yeah, which is
not easy.
Yeah, it's a reasonably tight window. You can kind of slow down a tiny bit to like make it a bigger window without losing much time.
I was worried. I was worried I'd fireball that guy before bouncing on him, which I have done before, and then just ran into a.
What?
I did not mean to press the A button. Okay.
Is there another flower? Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Easy flower. Coming up.
The roulette block.
I just need to get speed back. And get the normal exit. So in 96 exit, we can do a set of wings off that P-balloon block that I just flew over. And you can do them without cape, and it actually does save time, but it's so difficult.
That would be crazy. You have to like jump out to the side.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've never done it myself.
Yeah, I've never seen that done. So now we get to do another Yoshi clip.
Yep.
It's the same as the first one.
Yeah, hopefully the game is just as kind to me this time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do everything correct, you have a 75% chance of making it through.
Ah.
But you have a 25% chance of that happening and just getting kicked back out.
Alright.
That's fine.
Can't complain about one first try, one second try.
Yeah. And that was like a fast second try as well. It was the left side.
And didn't clip back in bounds. We're good.
Yeah. Start with FI2. The this level is like it's not difficult to do, but it's a run killer just because of how the Yoshi clips can mess you up.
Yeah, the execution for the clips itself is fairly straightforward. It's just yeah. Especially once you get to a high level, that can make or break a run.
Yeah.
Okay,
last chance.
Last chance.
Can we get the 50%?
Yelp!
Nice. 2 out of 4. Not bad.
Alright, so this now I'm just headed back to Forest of Illusion 3 to get the secret exit.
Can we get the wall jump this time?
I'll give it a shot.
Oh.
Not quite. I had the wall clip there, but then it's still a 1-frame jump if you get the wall clip.
Yeah, so you need to like land on, you need to hit the right pixel on the wall, and then when you hit that, you need to jump on the right frame. So, very tight.
Struggling with that jump today. At least the bubbles were a bit nicer this time.
That was so unfortunate. What the hell?
Alright, at least I kept both flowers. This time I do want the secret exit.
So what's the deal with the bubbles? Are they random?
They're not random. They basically... I think their position is random, but then they spawn at a fixed time after entering the level.
Oh, okay.
So it depends a lot on how you've played the stage.
Alright, so the first section here, we need to wait for this block snake. There's no way to get through here without just riding the snake. But he's going to make use of the spare fire flower he has to skip some stuff later in the level.
So it's gonna get a bit more interesting in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you drop the fire flower there and then jump into the spikes. And if you time it right, you'll just collect the other flower immediately. And just be able to run across the spikes at the bottom. And still be able to fire kill the boss.
Yeah, that's why you need to enter the stage with 2 flowers. If you enter the stage with 1 flower, you're going to... It's faster just to take damage and run through the spikes instead.
Yeah, you'd still do the damage boost, but you just don't get to fire kill the boss. Oh, right, yeah, it's this one.
Good job, Mario.
Crispy Mario.
Alright, so we're moving on to the dangerous but tasty Chocolate Island. I'm pretty sure they would have gone with dangerous but delicious, but they ran out of space in the text.
So this level has the gimmick of these diagonal pipes that shoot you out. He'll take one at the end, but mostly they're not really faster because the animation of going into the pipe is pretty slow.
They'd be faster if I could frame perfect jump through the rest of them.
Yeah, yeah. So if
I
you
forgot where I was.
if you neutral jump with speed, you keep the same speed. And so when you come out of one of those pipes, you have a much higher speed than your normal running speed. So if you can just keep neutral jumping, you can save time with that. But
I am at 41 bonus stars.
yeah, it'll be fine.
She'll be right.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's a thing at the end of this room. Very dangerous door entry.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I'll, for safety, I'll grab the mushroom in the next one.
Nice, nice. So we said it was a 3-frame window to enter those doors. So obviously if you miss that 3-frame window, you just go off the edge of the platform. Although in No Cape it's not so bad because you can just hit up and then immediately jump. And so if you miss the door, you just jump over it instead.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty swaggy.
I should mention that the damage I took there was intentional.
Yeah.
I just grabbed the mushroom. There is a strat you can do just as Small Mario to get up there, but it's just more dangerous. Wait, I want to go secret exit.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was doing for a moment. Lost a little bit of time.
So CI2 is weird. I guess we'll explain it more when he comes back for the normal exit, but the way the rooms are laid out here is dependent on a bunch of different factors. How you play the level affects which rooms you get later in the level. But for secret exit, you can just go through as fast as you can.
Yeah, going through as fast as possible will always take you to the secret exit. So, Chocolate Island 2 has our good friends, the football chucks.
This is
Little
Chocolate's
kicking
secret.
chucks. Yeah.
Yeah, this level's long and bad. IMO.
Oh,
What?
that was just a dumb mistake on my part. Have to be careful through the rest of the stage. I'm gonna be careful, very, very careful sliding these guys because. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And now I just need to not get hit here. Oh, that was really
that's
dumb.
wrong.
I don't.
You want to get a small jump off the I don't even know what these guys are called.
Spike tops.
Okay, the small jump off the second spike top so that you can get speed off the yellow platform.
Yeah, I just sort of forgot that.
But you should be able to get it. Oh, maybe not.
Not easily.
Yeah.
Guess we're going full casual for a bit.
And then you got to be careful with these platforms at the end. They can eat your input sometimes.
No, only. I'm pretty sure they only eat your inputs when you have P speed. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
not.
okay.
It's not a worry if you're going full casual like that.
That's the safe strat. You just don't get speed.
Yeah, that's it. That was an intentional
Yeah,
safe strat.
That
Sure.
was marathon strat, yeah. Alright, so back to CI2 for the normal exit. So he needs to be getting specific numbers of coins in this first room to get the correct second room.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if this was a cape category, I'd be getting.
As many
I think
coins,
21,
yeah.
21 or more coins in order to go to the room with a cape. Obviously, the room in the cape is not helpful for me
Yeah.
in a no cape category.
So he's just going to go here and eat all the Rexes instead. So he has to wait here. He's like messing around, and that's because if you go fast here, you end up with the secret exit, but he needs the normal exit. You need to enter this pipe like below 250 on the game timer, and
Yeah.
that's what determines getting the normal exit. If you enter above on 250 or higher, you get the secret exit.
And I've been getting the dragon coins in order to get this room, which is just a bit faster. Doesn't lag, unlike the other option.
Yeah, it's a really unique level. Like,
Yeah, they didn't use the same mechanics anywhere else in the game. Okay. So I just need to grab him, and this level ends up pretty easy.
yeah, there's these really tall pipes that extend up to the top of the screen. But,
Oh, what? Okay, that's new.
That's me.
Easy enough to recover from though.
Yeah, thankfully there's a Yoshi at the start here.
That was... Can't say I've done that before. Okay, let's try that again.
Yeah, Yeah, and thankfully that's a blue Koopa, so it doesn't matter what Yoshi you have.
Well, you always have green here anyway.
Oh yeah, you've got the one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's just stay low. No reason to get high until there.
Yeah, I guess you could try and fly over the first one as well, but not really any need to. And then this is another level where there's the secret exit is behind the normal exit, and so he's going to come here again and just fly over or under the normal goal.
Yeah, in this one it's a bit more obvious because they put a bunch of signposts, arrow signposts after the normal exit.
Yeah, the normal exit in here is really short, like it doesn't extend up very high, so it's not too hard to just go over it as well. Yeah, so you can just fly over it like that.
Alright, and up next is Chocolate Fortress.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I have a power up right now.
Yeah, this level's really, really fun.
It is a cool one.
Intentionally running through that dry bones just to keep speed through that section.
Do a spin jump there just in case the those fireballs, they spawn a bit randomly. Just in case one of them spawns under me, I want to spin on it rather than die. Oh, I'm alive and didn't take damage. Okay, it's not how I expected that to go. Ooh. I was standing on spikes right before my iframes ran out.
My heart, oh my god. So that is a perfect example of Resnor fireballs being very strange. Their hitboxes are not the same as what they look like. That was amazing.
I have no idea how I survived that.
That was a solid Choco fort.
That was something.
So this level's kind of awkward. You have these diagonal platforms that move around.
With terrible hitboxes.
Yeah. Another thing with hitboxes that aren't what they look like.
Yeah, that's not too bad though. I can grab a Yoshi in the next stage. Okay. Should be able to get through safely. Just need to not get mauled. So one thing I'm doing here is sliding on slopes in order to build a bit of extra speed.
Yeah, and then if you neutral jump, like you can slide off the slopes to get speed, jump off, and then neutral jump after that to keep it a bit longer if you need to. Yeah, there's another Yoshi at the start here that he can grab. Nice.
Well, that was kind of fast.
That was cool.
Done that by accident a few times, and still haven't figured out a way to do it consistently on purpose.
I think there's a dismount jump at the end here.
Yeah, so what I'll do here is I dismount Yoshi there to... Okay. I dismount Yoshi there to give him just give him a bit of extra distance when I throw him.
Yeah.
So because of that damage there, I'm going to have to take it a little bit slowly in this next stage. In theory, I can still do the fast strat if I happen to get very lucky with Mario's speed.
Oh right, yeah.
But that won't happen. I think that's a 1 in 5.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
No thanks.
Yeah, so what he means is you can get past that first crusher before it comes down. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that jump onto the saw, you have to barely tap A. It's very tight.
Small jump.
Oh, okay, can still get the cycle skip here. Just up here. Alright, made it to Wendy.
Yeah.
So Wendy is like Lemmy, except the room is less terribly laid out.
But you have 2 fireballs now.
Yeah, but the fireballs are symmetrical. It's
Yeah.
fairly easy to avoid them.
And you can see where Wendy's going to pop out. She pops her feet out underneath, I think for just 1 frame before she comes out. So you
Yeah.
get a kind of advance warning on where you need to go.
Alright, so now we're moving into Valley of Bowser, the last world of the game.
On the home stretch.
So this is Sunken Ghost Ship, which is a fairly long water level. No items to grab, but even if there were, I'm on Yoshi.
Yeah, and you need this Yoshi for later, so you can't ditch it.
Yeah,
Alright, we've got $5 from KKCD. Says, unfortunately I missed the Oot speedrun yesterday, but Mario World is great too. Thanks for being great.
So you got hit off Yoshi twice there. That was intentional. It's a setup to despawn a Boo Ring later in the level.
yeah.
You can see from this cloud here whether you got it or not, and that looked
Yeah, that
completely
was
fine.
fine.
So
So-
there's normally a Boo Ring right here underneath this, where he's swimming right now.
Yeah, where those spikes are.
Yeah, but it just wasn't there, so... It's kind of a weird one to explain, 'cause it's like, oh, he got it, and it doesn't look like there's anything happened. But
Yeah, there would be a Boo Ring there. You just have to trust us on
yeah.
that.
Go play it yourself. So the name of the game in this room is lag reduction.
Yeah, I think I did a reasonable job there.
Yeah, you want to kill some enemies and keep a shell in your mouth.
Yeah.
Just reduce the number of things on screen, causing lag. Oh.
Okay, so now moving on to the Valley of Bowser proper. Have the return of our good friends the moles, looking as stylish as ever.
Yeah.
That
Wow, that's the best thing about the moles, is that they can hit you even when you're eating them. Because
Yeah.
their hitboxes are so huge. You need to know, you need to like know in advance where they are so that you don't run into them.
Yeah, I have to be quite careful now because if I take damage to another mole, I die. But I think I'm right. Yeah. Man, it doesn't matter that I'm small. It makes no real difference.
Yeah.
I'll be getting a mushroom from the midway in the next stage anyway.
Yep. And the next stage is why he really needs this Yoshi. There's another set of intended wings here. And if he wasn't able to get those wings, he'd have to play a long auto-scroller, which we will see later when you have to get the secret exit, but you don't want to do that twice.
Oh, I forgot where I was supposed to jump. Okay. Not quite.
Yeah, so these wings right here.
Alright, so this ghost house has 2 exits. One exit is... Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do, but it
Not
works.
fine. Yeah, so you have to go right to this passage with all the doors.
There is actually a strat here where you can go to the left, and it takes you to the other half of this room, this half over here, and you can bounce on a boo to get up there quickly, but It's quite difficult. I don't even think the world record does it. Okay, I really hope I have enough. Okay, this ought to be... This is problematic. Okay, I think I have to go back and do that again. Whoops.
That's alright. Thankfully you can just like...
Enter all the doors.
Yeah, re-enter stuff and everything respawns.
Yeah, that was... Oh wait, actually the block snake doesn't come back.
Oh, does it not?
So I have to get some exits out of order here.
Yeah, that's alright. Thankfully there's the normal exit, which you can just get instead.
Yeah, I directed the coin snake a little bit lower than I'd have liked and just couldn't get up there. A bit of an annoying mistake, but nothing I can do about it now. Oh, I did not get speed. Okay, so all the way back to the right over here. Okay, that should do it. So the coin snake here moves where it... Whoops. I was expecting to have a bit more speed there. The coin snake moves in the direction, like, in the last direction you pressed on the D-pad. It starts out moving up, and then you can direct it with up, down, left, right.
What?
Alright, let's just get speed. Okay. That was not quite according to plan. That, yeah, one of those Koopas just did not want to get eaten. I'm not quite sure how I maintained speed there.
Yeah, that was interesting. Whoa.
And that was only a little bit scary.
You are keeping us on our toes.
Oh. Huh. Alright, sure. I can roll with that. It's gonna make this stage a fair bit slower though. Unfortunately. That was weird. I don't know why I didn't eat him. The rock. Probably should have grabbed the mushroom there. So I need to make it to the end of this stage with Yoshi. Fill up a secret exit.
Yeah, it's the only exit in the game that actually requires Yoshi. There's a key behind some blocks, and the only way to get it is by tying it with Yoshi.
Yeah, so normally I'd be flying through this with a blue shell, or a blue Yoshi. There aren't any blue shells in the stage, so this is a bit different to what I'm used to. Oh, okay.
Normal exit.
Normal exit first.
Yeah, so that's the key we're talking about. If he doesn't have Yoshi, you can't get it.
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah.
So I should... the annoying thing here is if I get the midway and then lose Yoshi,
Oh, yeah.
then I have to walk back to a different level to get Yoshi. I've got the midway, I just need to be very careful. Okay, that will be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so up next is Larry's Castle.
This level is crazy.
Yeah, so we have our good friend, the Block Snake again.
Yeah. And our good friend from Castle 3, Magic Cooper, in the next room.
Magic Cooper returns.
Yeah. much more annoyingly this time.
I think I can just run off there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have to wait for this block snake, so...
Yeah, I'm deliberately hanging back a bit in order to load this ball and chain here at a good time, so I can bounce on it like that. And I'm going to go down here and get the midway because this is a scary room. So what I'm going to do here is try to manipulate Magikoopa in order to shoot out these walls. I didn't quite get the jump into that gap, and now Magikoopa's being a little bit rude.
Yeah, this is...
Okay, can I get up? No, alright. Magikoopa, what are you doing? This is not good. Okay. Made it through the gap. Probably should have saved that shell. Alright.
Needs to be careful not to kill Magikoopa here as well, because it needs them to,
Get out.
yeah,
You deserve it.
yeah, now we can kill Magikoopa, but...
Yeah, I don't need it. He's not needed anymore.
Alright.
Okay, just don't die to Larry.
Larry's basically the same as
Okay.
Iggy, the first boss from way back at the start. Okay.
The castle got a bit hairy, but
Yeah,
it's all
that's
good.
one way of putting it. We got through though.
Now we're down to just... That's all the main bosses beaten. Now we're down to just the last of the exits and
Yep,
Bowser.
just got secret exit in Valley Bowser 2, and then the fortress, and then Bowser. Alright, so I said earlier that you wouldn't want to play Bob 2 without a Yoshi and without getting the wings, but now for the secret exit we have to, so...
yeah, I'm not really... normally I wouldn't even still have a Yoshi here.
Yeah, there's no
He's
need
sort of
for it.
stuck around.
Nice. Good shot.
Oh! There's a swooper up there.
That was amazing. You get the shot.
That was almost good. Okay. At least I'm confident in my small only strats here. Yeah.
Nice. Alright, and then we get the lovely sandbar. I don't know if we're going to see some clips here.
Ah, went early.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a thing there that where you can clip into the sandbar and skip a cycle. It's a pretty small window. You can fail it and still survive, in which case you just get the normal cycle, but that was like the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, I went early. You don't want to go early. And went late that time.
That's all good.
Yeah, so unfortunately there's not much you can do. Have to wait around for this.
Sandbar's really nerve-wracking to have at the end of the run as well, because it's a tough trick.
Oh, what? I was messing around.
Steve, no. You're so close to the end.
Okay, so I've gone early so far. I've gone late. Let's actually get it this time.
Split the difference.
So that was just complete stupidity on my part that never should have happened. Nah.
It's all good.
Okay.
Just run forward.
Yeah. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, so I think from here I can just hold run and right and successfully make it out of the level. But I won't.
Yeah, there's a cool thing you can do here. Enter the pipe high up.
Okay, so there's a luck-based jump in this room, which just 3 in 5 chance I'll make that. Nope.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that some jumps just depend on your oscillating running speed. That's one of them. And then this level's really cool when it goes wrong.
So I do a screen scroll there at the start in order to load the these spikes a bit later, which means I can get through there in one cycle.
And then run back and forth a bit here to keep speed. Same again. Nice. Yeah, so keeping P speed through there, let him skip one of these crusher cycles.
And now we have the return of our good friend Reznor, who...
Alright. Been some
I
sketchy as
don't
heck
think I've had
Reznors.
one good Reznor fight this run.
You didn't die to any of them though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Came pretty close in Choco Fort. Right, so that is the 95th exit of the game. All that is left is to beat Bowser. So we enter Bowser's Castle via the back door because normally the front door you'd have to play through. You get to pick 2 of 8 rooms, and then you head to the dark room. If through the back door you just go straight to the dark room.
Yeah. And there's a midway here on the back door for some reason.
Which is, hopefully, shouldn't make a difference to anything.
Yeah. So the Bowser fight is it's the same every time. If you can pull it off, you can get very fast hits on each phase. But the idea is Bowser spits out these Mecha Koopas and you have to throw them back at him to damage him. Slight delay there to set up his position for the next throw so that he throws you out here. Well, not to, so that he doesn't throw it off this side of the screen.
Yeah, so I'm keeping the reason I don't hit Bowser instantly with the first 2 Mecha Koopas is because I want to save this one for phase 2. It saves I can save a bit of time by skipping one of Bowser's bowling balls.
So he wants to keep Bowser over at the far left-hand side of the screen, and then this Mecha Koopa is going to start running around. You can grab it again, time this throw correctly.
So basically what happens here is I hit Bowser right as he's about to throw a bowling ball. He stops to throw the bowling ball, then he gets hit, and then the game thinks he's already thrown a bowling ball, so the next time he moves, or the next time he does an action that happens to be the Mecha Koopas.
Yep. And then this one he'll use to get an instant hit on the 3rd phase, like straight away when Bowser pops out of his car.
Yeah, normally in the 3rd phase Bowser bounces 8 times, but if I hit him then he'll only bounce 5. And I guess get ready on time, that's coming up pretty soon. See if I can get the fast hit. Not quite. And when Peach appears, time.
Nice.
That wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some... Like, yeah, good time. Yeah, most of the run was really solid.
A few deaths scattered around, but...
Well, yeah, it was like a bit of a sketchy late game, but most of the run was really solid.
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much to Sten for that run. So we're going to do a swap over to Super Monkey Ball now. So we invite everyone